Police are warning drivers about a problem they're seeing at some of Fargo's busiest intersections. Gridlock is leading some major backups, and many people are now reaching out to police saying part of the problem is the timing of traffic lights. Valley News Team's Callie Hubbard is live from one of the busiest roadways with details and what's being done about it. Callie?
Hi, Mike. Yes, it's just after 6 o'clock, and there's quite a few people on the roads right now. I'm at 45th Street and 32nd Avenue South, where I'm going to explain this thing called gridlock to you. I'm going to step out of the shot. Now, essentially what this means is people are trying to make the light when other people are stopped at the intersection. When the light turns red, that person is stuck in the intersection blocking traffic. Now, Fargo Police and the City of Fargo traffic engineer met today to talk about the problem and if these traffic lights are really the cause. I just got done speaking with Jeremy Gordon, the City of Fargo traffic engineer, and he says he's constantly watching the traffic signals and monitoring the signals throughout the city. He says that road construction in other areas could be the cause of these buildup in these main intersections that I'm on right now. But for right now, Fargo Police and the City of Fargo are saying to be patient, to be courteous, and to not be that person that stops in the middle of the intersection, because if you're caught doing so, that could cost you $20. Reporting live in Fargo, Callie Hubbard, Valley News Live.
Thanks, Callie, and look for more on this story later tonight on Valley News Live, 10 at 10. A few clouds, temps in the mid-70s, and enough of a breeze to maybe even keep the bugs off you. I'd call that comfortable weather for a Tuesday in August. Let's find out from Hutch what we can expect tonight. Hutch?
Well, as we look in on the Fargo Dome, under the influence of a dome of high pressure, things are looking high and dry heading into the evening. It is breezy, though. Those winds coming from the north cooling us off. Noisy overnight and this morning. Here's some hail from Linda in Leeds, or near Leeds, 1 inch in diameter. Larger than that in Twin Valley. The Bows capturing that, and a handful of hail here from Twin Valley from Susie as well. Rainfall between 2 and 3 inches in places, but many in the yellows there, picking up close to 3/4 of an inch to an inch of rainfall, while rain gauges showed a lot less. Here's a look at the trail of hail and wind reports with the storms. They started out in the Devil's Lake Basin and worked their way through Lakes Country. Quiet this evening with the winds decreasing after sunset. It looks chilly overnight. I'll have details on what you can expect the rest of your work week, Mike, here in just a few moments.
Not too chilly?
No.
All right, thanks. An investigation is underway surrounding the death of a 23-year-old man from Red Lake, Minnesota, whose family says he was shot. Daniel Johnson died last week. His family says it's shocking and heartbreaking, adding that all they know is that Johnson was shot multiple times. A spokesperson for the FBI tells Valley News Live that as of right now, this is the only death, it's only a death investigation. However, they couldn't comment any further. 2 people are in custody tonight after leading officials on a pursuit near Detroit Lakes. Authorities say it started around 10 this morning when a fish and wildlife officer noticed a couple fishing on the Tamarack Refuge with license plates that didn't match their vehicle. The couple ran, and after an extensive search, a canine helped catch the couple. No names have been released. This is newly released video of a person destroying a tree outside of Aurora Elementary in West Fargo. Several other trees were also damaged on that Saturday night incident, and police say a symbol was also spray painted on the sidewalk along 9th Street West. Police urge anyone else with surveillance video or information to contact them. Phone numbers on your screen right now, 701-433-5500. The mom of a man who died from injuries in a crash near Mapleton in June of 2018 paid a visit to the EMTs who responded. Sarah Bolton recently reached out to FM Ambulance and asked to meet some of the crew members who were with the 22-year-old Cameron after the crash. Sarah thanked them for working so hard to try and save Cameron's life. His legacy lives on through the organs that he donated to others. His liver, kidney, and heart are now helping 3 people live. A new study suggests the elderly are the most often scammed by their own family members. Out of more than 800 calls to the National Center on Elder Abuse, more than half cited financial abuse.
A son or a daughter or another relative might be helping mom or dad, with their checkbook, for instance, helping pay bills. All of a sudden, out of the blue, they might write a check to themselves.
Experts say to look for red flags like out-of-pattern purchases, and the best thing to do is file a police report and check in with the bank. For more resources, go to our website and click on this story. A 14-year-old is expected to be okay after police say the teen was hit by a car in Moorhead this afternoon. It happened at the intersection of 12th Avenue and 34th Street South. Officers say the teen was riding his bike on 12th Avenue when the driver crashed into him. That driver was turning into the crosswalk when the accident happened. The 14-year-old is believed to have sustained only minor injuries, and police tell us the driver was cited for failing to yield at a pedestrian. Law enforcement groups are coming together to conduct a sobriety checkpoint in Cass County. What we know is that the checkpoint will take place sometime between this Friday and Sunday. The primary goal of a sobriety checkpoint is to educate and stop impaired drivers. Officials say proactive measures such as sobriety checkpoints help decrease serious crashes on the road. As if we haven't endured enough, there's word tonight that starting tomorrow morning, drivers in West Fargo can expect more traffic and congestion. The westbound lanes of 13th Avenue West from Cheyenne Street to 8th Street West will be closed until Friday. Drivers are being told to expect delays during their morning and evening commutes. Parents in Grand Forks, here's something that you need to know before school starts. If your child goes to Emerado, there's been a change in the busing. The school district says it will no longer pick Grand Forks students up at their homes. Instead, they need to be at the Gateway Walmart for pickup. With the new school year approaching fast, so are many students' first day of school pictures. But Grand Forks police have a warning for parents before they post them online. Officers say don't use identifiers like names, house numbers, or school names when taking your photos. That information can make its way to people you don't know, and they can often use it to target children. We'll have more on this tonight on Valley News Live, 10 at 10. Bringing technology into the classroom has many benefits, but some educators and parents worry about the effect of too much screen time for kids. Now there's a new tool that combines old school play with new school technology to help kids learn.
Learning doesn't start, stop, or end in the classroom.
You have to reach kids early in life. Part of the challenge is that a lot of kids don't have access to early education.
And DeLon Crosby is trying to solve the problem.
So you have to be thinking about meeting them where they're at, and that's often in their homes. So I thought, okay, cool. Well, how do you reach kids in their homes? Well, you know, what do all kids play with? They play with toys. But I didn't want to have a screen.
The Harvard grad and former Google employee created this screenless Alexa-enabled robot.
I'm curious, how old are you?
7.
Wow, you are so old. I cannot wait until I'm 7.
The Minnesota native says it combines old school play with new school technology to help kids learn.
What color should we mix red with?
Yellow.
You used creativity to make a new color by mixing 2 colors. We learned that red and yellow make orange. Nice work.
They solve problems and develop empathy skills, plus self-control.
I'm different from other robots. Even though we all look different, we are all made from the same parts. We have software, hardware.
All of our software to date is all around the kid playing the role of teacher. So the kid is teaching the robot how to develop things like empathy and creativity.
Researchers have said excessive screen time can damage brain growth. The American Academy of Pediatrics recommends limiting screen time to 1 hour a day of high-quality programming. That's for kids between the ages of 2 and 5. It discourages media use, except for video chatting by children younger than 24 months.
The average kid spends, almost 20% of their waking hours in front of a screen under the age of 8. And one of the things that I know about behavioral science is that it's really difficult to break a habit, but you can replace a habit. And so what I would love to see is I'd love to see or be able to provide an alternative to screens where parents and teachers could give something to a child that's as educational as it is engaging without the screen time.
How do you win over kids who want to play with their mom or dad's iPhone or the iPad and can work the iPad better than mom and dad?
It's really hard stuff. It hasn't really been done before. There's no guidebook that you can read.
But Crosby is on to something.
We started selling to consumers and then we couldn't keep up. And so we paused selling to consumers.
Now it's possible his 21st century robot could be in a classroom near you.
You can't move the needle without reaching kids.
As of right now, the Say Kids screenless robot is sold out, but the company says it will begin to take orders soon. Later on Valley News Live at 6, what's behind a local group trying to catch the attention of a pop superstar?
And temperatures today peaking in the 70s across the valley. We've had some gusty winds as well. During storms, Devil's Lake had a gust of 47 miles per hour, but throughout the afternoon we saw gusts over 20 miles per hour. A big cool down today. I'll have details on the rest of your week's forecast next.